Evan Mobley, 36 and 17. We started off. Yeah. I'm so tired of all the excessive Evan Mobley slander that I've been seeing this year because my man's been trying to add some offense to his game. He's trying to switch it up with a little bit of growing pains. But what have you been feeling from what you've seen from the Cavs lately as they've gotten Max Strus back, as they've gotten healthier, especially in the games that they've had Jared Allen play? Which makes
so before we even get into this, there's a question asked in the chat, and I just want to establish something really fast. Somebody asked, "Who's Colb cheering for tonight, Lakers or Cavs?"
Come on, man, he's cheering for the Lakers.
Like you guys know who I'm cheering for. I'm not cheering for the Cavs. If they win, that's fine. You know, I'll get over it. It's the regular season. I'm not gonna get it's damn near April. I'm not gonna get upset about that.
It's not like they're gonna play each other in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're probably not going to play each other. So, let's be honest. They're probably not going to play each other in the playoffs. Let's be honest.
Very unlikely.
Extremely unlikely. So,
I don't think these two paths really matter to each other.
I would be very, very shocked if we got a Cavs Lakers finals.
Something happened at that point.
Yeah, something happened on both sides of that. We got a Cavs Lakers finals. But it would definitely be hype though if we got a Cavs Lakers finals. That would definitely be fun. It'd definitely be fun. I just don't see it happening. But to answer your question, hey man, like when I saw Kevin O content, Kevin O conservative, talking about Evan Mobley was the most overrated.
Oh, and that's the dude that Damo said in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I had no idea who that guy was. All I know is what he said was garbage.
He said he was the most overrated and underwhelming.
He said he hadn't developed since year one, and I'm like, well, he's just saying shit at this point.
It's stupid. Like that's one of the things, honestly, bro. That's one of the things, honestly, where I just don't understand completely. Like, how can you watch him? First of all, last year he was, and I'm going to list everything out. He was second team All NBA. He was an All-Star. He was Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
He was first team All Defense again. Also, he finished 10th in MVP voting, which I didn't realize until like the other day.
That's pretty good.
How can he do all that and then you say he hasn't gotten better since his rookie season? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, LA, like he's even gotten better defensively. And the thing that's always blown my mind about Evan Mobley is like there are so many players who make so much money in the NBA and their whole thing is like maybe I'm 3/4 as good defensively as Evan Mobley is. And that's all I can provide you, right? Like there's a lot of centers in the league. Well, there's been a lot of centers in the league that have gotten by on that, just like the defensive side of the ball. Evan Mobley's also like a credible threat to get you 25 on any given night, right? Especially when as it goes.
I wouldn't say 25. I'd say that he could get you 20. Like any given night, he can get you.
I'm saying like he's a credible threat to get you 25 in the sense that like he's not going to average 25, but if Evan Mobley scores 25, it's like okay, he had a good day. Right, but it's not necessarily like when Jared get 30, we'd be like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like we know something happened for Jared to get 30 or 35, right? Like for when Evan gets 25, it's like, oh, the threes were dropping today. You know,
what do you think about that? Is that he's been getting 25 and not
on 30% for three.
he not even shooting threes now. He been getting 25. Like the last 25 games or so. Like I don't understand how people could be complaining about Evan Mobley. Like I don't really. It's made me think that I don't think people watch the Cavs, or I think people stopped watching the Cavs like early on in the season.
I think people like this happens a lot in the NBA where people watch highlights, they maybe catch a game or two. Their opinion about a player is based off of a lot of small information, right? And you can confirmation bias tiny pools of info, right? But think about how much the scope of what people commenting on in the NBA, like your general NBA Twitter scope of conversation is, and ask yourself, is it realistic for the average person who doesn't do this for a living to be this informed about the NBA as much as people on Twitter be talking about everything? And it's like, no, they're probably not as informed. And it's because they're basing it off of what they hear people say or what they're going off of or what they feel about a player instead of reacting to what that player is doing. Especially when they're in the opposite conference to the team that you actually care for. Like, look, I'll admit it, Cat being in the East, you noticed marketable levels of drop in my Cat joke since he's been moved to the East. Because I'm like, nah, I see the vision with Cat. I understand why Cat is a respected player. You know what I mean? Because I watch him more. I'm forced to watch him more. I think this is just, like you said, an example of like a lot of people just be talking, don't even know what the fuck they talking about. Just want to be in the conversation. And when it comes to Evan Mobley, it's like you add that on top of the fact that he has a big man game, right? And people have a hard time understanding anything that's not obvious when it comes to the marketing of the game. We go through this all the time with Mason Graham, right? Like I was on the timeline arguing with people about Mason Graham because I'm like, how do people think he's bad?
Bro, the Mason Graham stuff is just so frustrating. You know who I blame for this? I blame Mike for this. I blame Mike for all of this because Mike has
enabled this, but it's not his fault. He's not.
I'm blaming Mike for this because Mike has refused to just admit that Mason is good. Like he be calling him white,
right?
He be calling him white Puna Ford. Like he be just slandering him. I'm like, hey, bro, like,
yeah.
Did y'all watch?
By the way, Puna Ford is a really good defensive tackle, which I take offense to that.
It goes to tell you, like the general education on certain positions in sports, we don't know because like your insult is calling him Puna Ford. Like, what does that mean? If he's Puna Ford as a rookie, he's going to be a really good player for the next 10 years.
Yeah,
I had to argue with somebody who was like, "Oh, well, he wasn't a better pass rusher than Malik Collins." Malik Collins been in the league 10 years. He should be a better pass rusher than rookie Mason Graham. The fact that they're comparable is telling you exactly where Mason Graham's on the trajectory.
I also want to point this out. I want to point this out to people because the biggest criticism I see of Mason Graham from Browns fans on Twitter is like, well, what happened to the run defense when Malik Collins was out with injury? It fell off a cliff. And I'm like, have you ever considered? Just ponder this. Walk with me for a second. You realize that there is a whole other defensive tackle who had to replace those snaps that Malik Collins was playing.
Well, you look at Mason Graham's numbers since the bye week. We're not even counting the whole season. He had 3 more run stops than Collins had the whole season. Right? Collins had 19, he had 21 or something like that. But
since the bye week.
Yeah, since the bye week, right? Like what was happening was he was getting double teamed, right, in the run game more often. And they were able to get away with it more often because there wasn't enough resistance on the other side of it, right? And that's partly Mike Hall not, coming back from injury, not living up to expectation. There's why they replaced Shelby Harris too, right? Like there's not a mystery of what's going on right there. Also, I think people don't understand the Browns' philosophy when it comes to stopping the run, especially under Jim Schwartz, they don't care. like especially Jim. It might change under Mike Rutenberg, but the idea was like, and I used to talk about this on stream. People get frustrated when they would get these like 8-10 yard gashes, but I'm like, the Browns are always going to be aggressive and get upfield. And the hope is that we could just push you eventually into a 2nd and long or into a 3rd and long so you can't run. Because what they want to do all the time is be aggressive. And in order to stop the run, it requires a little bit of passiveness, right? Like, you'll find that, like, if you talk about reactive versus active fronts or the conversation that people were having earlier this spring about it, that's kind of the difference, right? If you're more of a reactive front, then you're probably going to be better play to play against the run. But the Browns are saying, we're going to just penetrate, get behind the line of scrimmage, and force you out the run, which I'm going to be honest with y'all, has been a successful strategy for the Cleveland Browns. And if they would have had an offense worth anything since 2023, we wouldn't be talking about it because it wouldn't be that big of a deal that they let a 100-yard rusher happen every once in a while. You know what I mean? So much of the defensive flaws over the last couple of years have just been exacerbated by the fact that we can't play offense. But if this Browns defense were in Seattle last year, if we just swap defensive units, I think Seattle still wins the Super Bowl. I think if you swap defensive units with the Patriots, that team probably has a better chance to beat the Seattle Seahawks than what they had this year. And that's not to say that the Patriots are a bad defense or anything like that. It's just like I think the Browns are up there in quality with the other elite defenses in the NFL. The problem is that no offense has made their defense's life harder than the Cleveland Browns for the last 2 years. Like, we look at average starting field position, punt returns, all this shit, special teams and offense, by the way. Nobody has made the life of a defensive unit more. I wish there was an index we could point to, right? Somebody needs to make this the defensive hardship index. The Browns would be leading in that category by a significant margin if that were a thing.
We don't even need the index. Like we just need to know. You just need to know this. You just watch the games. You just need to know this. They had the bottom rank. And when I say bottom rank, I mean dead last. They had the worst offense and the worst special teams in the NFL last year. But they had like a top 5-ish defense. So that's how you get 5 wins.
Positive and expected points is a fucking miracle.
Miracle.
Straight up. So yeah, I think that's that we talk about these things, and I think there's not a great education on like that position in the NFL. There's also not a great education on like, okay, what does good big production look like, especially when somebody's as good as a defensive player as Evan Mobley is. Now I will say this, like as good as Evan Mobley is off defensively, like the Cavs' overall defensive performance has certainly been a little concerning. I don't know really how to take it, because they're bad at the same stuff they were before they traded for Harden. So I don't know how much more concerned I am about the defensive stuff. Like, I think it can be a problem. We know what the issues are, but like the 3-point defending, I will never understand why their 3-point defending is so bad. And well, some of it is because like they have like these really aggressive defenders who like to like shoot to double team somebody and then they leave somebody wide open in the corner. It's part of the reason why I don't think Jalen Tyson's going to play that many playoff minutes. But other than that, it's like, boy, they gave up 55% 3-point shooting to the Jazz.
Part of it is personnel. They've had a lot of guys in and out of the lineup that they need, especially defensively. Like, and I was talking to one of my homies about this. It's like, hey, I don't like how much this team relies on Max Strus and Dean Wade and Sam Merrill to get them to where they're trying to go. Like all three of those guys are very, very important pieces to what the Cavs are trying to do, especially if you're talking about their 3-point shooting and their team defense. You know what I'm saying? Like they need all three of those guys out there to really do what they're trying to do. And that makes me uncomfortable. The fact that I have to admit that they really do need Dean Wade and Max, and
I don't think because Dean hasn't played, and I don't think it's really affected the lineup.
Oh, they need Dean out there, unfortunately. Like they need him to play. Dean. They need him to play. He's the only big wing defender they got.
Yeah, but they like even then, it's like Dean's probably going to get what, just like last year, 10 minutes in the playoffs.
Yeah, it really just depends on if he can actually hit shots.
Yeah, he's going to get in there on like defensive oriented lineups. Like, I don't really lose sleep over Dean. Like, I think, the Max Strus and the Sam Merrill thing, I think it's kind of obvious with the way the team's structured. And like, I don't know what the solution is for them right now, because like, yeah, I would rather have Max and Sam on the floor right now than Jalen Tyson. Like, just because given what the Cavs' issues are, like Max is a more consistent shooter. He relies on less to get his shot, and he's more willing to pull in tense situations than some of the other guys on this team, especially like Dean Wade, who's not willing to pull at all. And And then like defensively, well, facilitating the ball wise, I think Max Strus is better. And then defensively, like, Jalen Tyson's a bit too aggressive. You can't have him and Dennis Schroeder on the field on the court at the same time. Like, that's a disaster waiting to happen because Dennis Schroeder will just like try to double somebody. Same thing with like Keon, right? Like, I think that's part of it. Like, we like the ball instincts, we like the turnovers. We don't have the greatest balance of like guys who can go out and make a play, and then guys in the back end who can course correct for the defense, right? Like, we just don't have that, and I think that's been an issue. And the fact that we don't have any wings, right? When we traded DeAndre Hunter, it's like, yeah, it was a good trade, but now we don't have a wing again, right? Like, we're back into that same spot. And like, there's no wing on the roster. Like, every single wing that we're trying to push out there is some 6'5" guard, right? Like, at best. It's just kind of the situation that you're in. It's an imperfect part of your team, but like, the reality is that you're gonna to win the NBA Finals this year. You're going to have, unless you're Oklahoma City, you're going to have to deal with some imperfections in your roster. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that will help the Cavs is just getting Jared Allen, especially like defensively, is just getting Jared Allen back in the lineup consistently. Mm-hmm. No disrespect to Thomas Bryant or like whoever else they try to run out there to play the 5, but they need Jared out there.
No, like Jared's a legit 20 and 10 guy with James Harden right now too. Like
so is Evan Mobley, which is very interesting.
Yeah, they blew out somebody. I think the Miami Heat and Donovan Mitchell had 6 points.
Yeah, and Jared and Evan did most of the damage, to be completely honest.
So like, that's the Cavs have that advantage, right? Like, they have a number of guys who can get 20 on this team. Like, even a Dennis Schroeder can pop up and give you, like, in a 7-game series, he's gonna get you 20 once if you go to 7 games, right? Like, they have that advantage. They got to figure out a way to just be a little bit tighter defensively. Maybe it's just focus, right? Maybe James defense. I'm not gonna make that bet on James 20 years into his career.
Hey man, James just got to do what James does.
Maybe James focuses in and becomes a better defender. That's if that would have happened. If that were possible, that it would have happened.
That would have happened. That would have happened by now. They need James Harden to do exactly what James Harden has been doing. And I've said this yesterday. I was like, I think the Harden trade was worth it, even despite what Darius is doing. And Darius is playing really well for the Clippers right now. But I think the James Harden trade was worth it just because he's gotten more out of the 2 bigs since he's been here. Like, their play has gone to a different level offensively with James. And James still does what James, like, I think he had like 14 to 13 yesterday or something like that. I think he took like 11 shots or like somewhere between 9 and 11 shots. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he needs. That's all he needs to do. That's all he needs to do is get the bigs involved, hit the shots that he knows he can hit, and just try not to get absolutely destroyed on defense.
Yeah, apologies. I got pollen. It's pollen season in Georgia right now. It should be, ain't no joke. So I've been rubbing my eye a little bit. But yeah, I'm just looking at this Clippers roster. This is a motley crew of random fucking people, man. Like, have you looked at the Clippers roster? It's like, oh yeah, Kawhi Leonard, John Collins. I'm like, oh, that's where John Collins ended up. Derrick Jones Jr. I didn't know that's where he ended up. Brooke Lopez, Darius Garland, Nicholas Batum is on the Clippers. Did not know that. Chris Dunn.
Stop. How you ain't know Nick Batum was on the Clippers?
I didn't know Nick Batum was still in the league.
Oh, that's you. You ain't heard the line? You ain't heard the Blue Bucks Clan line?
No.
Fourth quarter yelling, why the fuck Batum, man?
I learn something new every day.
Oh, I gotta send that one to you. That shit is funny.
Benedict Mathurin is on the Clippers.
Oh yeah, the Pacers traded him.
Yeah, Bogdanovich is on the Clippers. Mm-hmm. Like, he not even playing.
It's a pretty
it is a roster full of players that, like, how you find money in between your couch cushions. Mm-hmm. This is a roster full of players that you could find in between your couch cushions. You're like, oh, a quarter. Like, Benedict Mathurin. Like, cool. Like this is a lost. This is the left sock roster, like the missing sock in your drawer. This is where they went. They played for the Clippers. Like this is such a mismatch. They have a roster full of a team that's just done trades to offload contracts. Like
I'm trying to see the roster. I'm trying to see the whole roster. Like this is
crazy.
It's a funny roster. Are they in the playoffs right now?
Shit. They're 39 and 36. They could be.
I don't know. They in the West.
They are currently in the 8th spot right now at 39 and 36.
Okay, look at them. 8th spot.
Lakers Clippers? Nah, they gotta get to the 6.
They're not gonna get to the 6.
And the Lakers ain't gonna get to the 2. Maybe the Lakers fall. Nah, the Lakers fall. It ain't gonna matter either.
No, we good where we at.
Yeah, but the Clippers.
I need that Rocket. I need that Rocket smoke. That's what I need. I need that Rockets in the first round. That's what I need.
Well, the Blazers are in the play-in, and the Warriors are under 500 in that play-in.
The Blazers are 38.
Yeah,
good for them, man.
Hey, man, is Scoot a part of that at all?
I don't know.
The Phoenix Suns are
Mookie I follow Mookie Alexander on Twitter. No, he is. Whenever he tweets about the Blazers, it's usually negative or something about Scoot. So no.
Hey, Curtis, right. Mookie's hilarious because before that draft, I was like, I can't believe y'all didn't take. I was like, I can't believe y'all didn't take Amen. You should have took a man time, so y'all would have been fine. He's like, no,
I remember one day when Scoot had a bad game and he just went on a Scoot tangent talking about the G League Ignite. I'm like, dang. I'm like, you know what? I'm glad I'm not a Blazers fan. I started looking up G League Ignite. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, man, it's been rough. It's been rough. All those players have gotten delayed starts at best.
I mean, Zealous is being the stigma a little bit, but everyone else, ooh.
Yeah, Kuminga was on there.
Yeah, Kuminga was on there. Yeah. There was a lot of players.
Hey, Kuminga been playing better since he's been with Atlanta, though. He's been playing a lot better since he's been with Atlanta.
Let me see what he's been up to recently, because I only paid attention to the first 2 games he got out. It looked like the playoffs are pretty much set in the East. I mean, like, Pistons locked up that one.
I wouldn't say it's set.
Well, the 5 and 6 could change.
The 3 and 4 could change. The Cavs not out of it for the Cavs not out of it for the 3 seed at all. Like they can still get it.
Yeah, they don't. They shouldn't want the 3 seed.
They shouldn't. They should not want the 3 seed at all. But they could. But they could still get it.
Change. It's either the Raptors or the Hawks. So it's like you don't get a benefit of the first round, and then you get the Celtics in the second round. I think I'm quite okay with that 4 seed.
Yeah, you want to play the Pistons in the second round.
Yeah. The only way the Cavs can get the 3rd seed if the Knicks lose the rest of their games. They play the Rockets tonight. They should beat them. Then they play the Grizzlies. They're home against the Bulls, at Hawks, home against the Celtics, home against the Raptors, and home against the Knicks, home against the Hornets. So.
Hey, man, what happened to the Rockets?
Hey, man, them burners, man. Team chemistry, minus 50%.
That's what you feel about me, huh?
It just ain't never been the same. It ain't been the same.
Yeah, they play the Rockets, Memphis, Chicago, Atlanta, Boston, Toronto, Charlotte. That's the Knicks' next 6 games.
They played the Rockets on NBC tonight, and I'm so tired of seeing the Knicks on NBC every Sunday or Tuesday.
Do you feel like NBC's
man,
coming to the NBA, Curtis?
It's mid. It's okay. I mean,
I just wanted to check in. See if you still.
I'm just going to tell Cavs fans, get ready for a bunch of Noah Eagle calls when the playoffs start, because it's going to happen.
Can I say something?
Like Carmelo at the halftime show?
Carmelo, cool. I like the halftime show. They give decent analysis, but it's just sometimes it's like 4 of them are in the studio, then 3 of them are not there. It's just, I don't know.
Can I say something? unpopular?
Sure.
I miss Chuck and Shaq, man. I miss Chuck and Shaq, man.
They'll be back.
I
Is
miss
that
Chuck and
unpopular?
Shaq. I miss Chuck and Shaq. dog.
What's happening with Chuck and Shaq?
Nothing's happened. They just haven't been. ESPN
We haven't
has been
seen
featuring
them.
them a lot.
We haven't seen them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Oh,
miss Chuck
inside
and
the
Shaq.
NBA?
Man, I miss inside the NBA.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like
was
people
funny.
talk about liking inside the NBA more than they watch it. Because every time I stop and watch it, I'm like, I'd rather watch YouTube videos.
Yeah, no, I miss Chuck
Like,
and Shaq. Bro.
Hey, man, if I want to get a
you
laugh
sit there,
in, I
you
watch
watch
that.
the whole inside the NBA.
I think sometimes I do.
I have before, just depending on who plays. I have, yeah.
Like the Cavs got a East semis in the inside the NBA broadcast. Oh, you go tune in an hour early to watch it?
Oh no,
I'm
I'm
not
talking
doing
about.
that with anybody. Like
I'm talking about
pre-show.
post game. I ain't talking about pre-show. I'm talking about post game.
Post game
yeah,
is bad.
I don't. Well, I can't care about post game because I have to record.
Post game is when you get the jokes. Like, when you get the
I ain't know people were still watching post game shows and pre game shows and all that. With
I
all the
do.
hype you got, I'm just like, yo, tell me when tip off about to happen. Then I'll come off the Xbox or the PlayStation. You know, I had to give a shout out to Curtis. He out there still rocking Xbox.
I can't get a PlayStation.
You know damn well you're not playing no Xbox.
I can't get a PlayStation now because the prices on skyrocketed. So
I was about to say, bro, yeah, it's over with, dog.
It's over with, bro. It's over with. We sorry, Curtis.
Bro. Like,
sorry.
they done cut off oil to that whole region of the world. It's over with, dog. Hey, you can thank. You know who to thank.
You know whose fault it is. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Are you enjoying America being made great right now?
You know whose fault it is, but we're not gonna say. We're not gonna say it.
Thank you, Joe Rogan.
I will tweet it out later on tonight.
Thank you, Theo Vaughn. So tired of all this winning. He can't even buy a PlayStation. This is bad, dog. This is bad,
bro. They said
oh
the Pro.
God.
They said the PS5 Pro is $900.
$900, bro. I can sell my PlayStation and make money right now. That's crazy.
Crazy, bro.
It's a positive investment. This thing been out since 2020.
They talking about nine bills.
Ooh.
Almost a ban for the PlayStation. Almost a ban, bro. Retail.
Hey man, for years people were like, nothing ever changes, and then the bill comes due one day. Like, whew.
Lord.
Hey, it is ominous because you watching Paradise right now. Oh
yeah,
man. These things are aligning in a way that makes me uncomfortable.
Hey, Ray Burson said that's half of rent, baby.
If you lucky, it's half your rent.
Oh man.
Yeah, bro.
$900 for the PS5. I'm good, bro.
Thank you, Theo Vaughn. I appreciate what you did for the country.
That's not who I was gonna blame, but hey. Oh man.
Appreciate that. Oh man. Where were we at? Were we talking about the Cavs still? Oh yeah, we went into that to yeah. Okay, so we're still talking about the Cavs. Whew. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Hey man, think about it like this too. You have credible reason too to think that also some part of this situation is also why Luka's in LA. Like, you think, one of the most least covered aspects of that thing, because we know how American media is, but I doubt it didn't play a role in that. Hilarious, bro. Hilarious. Oh man.
Hey man, like I said, you know who to blame. when the Lakers eventually fix the rest of the roster, you know who to
That's gonna be the turning point.
yeah. It's when they the 3 seed, it don't matter as much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when the new
When the
ownership
Lakers
starts
win the
spending money,
championship, you gonna have Cory Booker out there. It's enough. No more meddling. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting playoffs. It's the NBA has this weird thing to where like the end of the season is always like this. Like I don't know how the NFL lines it up every year. That like they always have like 3 games that like matter for playoff positioning. Man, this should be locked up for them. They're going to try everything. We're going to make more teams in the playoffs. They got 10 teams that can qualify for the playoffs, and everybody locked in both conferences right now. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? There is a 10-win gap between the 10 seed and the 11 seed.
I'm going to be real with you. Like, I think the play-in was a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it's time. I do think it's time to modify the rule.
What do you think it should be changed to?
Because, like, if you look, so you look at the standings, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're behind a certain amount of games from the AC, like, so like you see how like the Magic have 35 losses, the Heat have 36, the Hornets have 36. I was like, okay, yeah, that's good enough. That, like, I think, yeah, okay, play in. They should definitely be in the play-in tournament.
But the Warriors,
like, yeah, like okay, but they're only 3 games back of the Clippers. Okay, so we're good. Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. As long as you don't have like a situation where like the Grizzlies have like 50 losses and they're the 10 seed or something stupid like that. At that point, I'm just like, you know what? I feel like they shouldn't be in the play-in.
It should be like a tiebreaker situation. Like something should trigger a play-in instead of it always being a play-in.
Yeah, like how the standings are now, where they're all within like 3 losses of each other. It's like, okay, that's cool. You can do a play-in tournament for that. I'm fine with that. But like, if we get anything where it's like the 8th seed got like 35 losses and the 9th seed got like 45, it's like, okay, do we really need to do a play-in tournament?
And then the Cavs. Let me look at the rest of the Cavs schedule because I think they play the Hawks twice. Yeah, they play the Hawks twice at the end of the year, and then they got this West Coast trip. So LA, Golden State, the Pacers, who are cheeks. The Grizzlies are bad, right?
Yeah, the Grizzlies are terrible.
Hey, man, how Ty Jerome been? I have not heard a thing.
Yeah, people stop talking about Isaac Okoro and Ty Jerome all of a sudden.
And then the Wizards,
who are also terrible.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I just don't see any reason for the Cavs to. If you're the Cavs, I think the Cavs are. Look, the Cavs aren't above it, man. They put Tristan Thompson out there at point guard one time, right? Like, they aren't above it. So, yeah, I think they're...
Yeah. Oh, not above mailing this thing in to make sure they get the seed they want?
They will play the game. Kobe gonna play that game, man. I think everybody's aligned. Everybody looks at it and goes, we want Detroit. Remember the report? We're like, the Cavs feel great about their chances with Detroit. What does that mean? We heard this shit when it was us in the 1 seed with teams where they were like, maybe we don't play our starters, right? What did the Pacers do? Remember the Pacers weren't playing nobody. We were like, why are the Pacers not playing anybody? We're just about to get sniped. We ain't even know it. Like, they trying to snipe us. That's why. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying, when you see Proctor out there, Tyrese Proctor, and
he played well yesterday, by the way.
Yeah. Look, I think he's gonna be a good NBA player eventually, once he gets a little bit bigger. Because his game, you can see when he plays, I'm like, he has NBA game. It's just he ain't strong enough to finish some of these shots that he shoots. But Larry Nance, Put them insoles in your shoes, brother. You about to play this week. Like who else on the
CPJ?
yeah, Craig Porter, put them insoles in, brother. Naquan Tomlin, 35 minutes a game. Yeah. Hey, Thomas Bryant finished strong. We might only give Thomas 20 because he is the third big in the rotation and might occasionally play. They got some crazy names on this roster. Every time I look at like the Cavs garbage time, you be like, who is this dude? Like, I think with the Heat game, they had some random fucking names play. Let me pull them up.
You sound like my uncle right now. Like, who is this?
Oliver Sarr, Riley Minix.
Okay, no, I know who Sarr is because that's Wizard Sarr older brother.
Okay, so we got the off-brand Sarr. Cool, nice. Wearing the Alonzo G jersey. Big shout out to Alonzo G. Riley Minix.
Hey, real quick, you know what I love? I love how like I love how just like I love how much like those old Cavaliers players where they were really bad after Bron left mean to people.
Alonzo G means something to me. Okay.
Like, I love how that just means something to people.
Yeah. Tristan Enura, is that a draft pick? He from Cleveland State?
No, he ain't a draft pick. He not a draft pick.
Who is this? He will be playing.
Hey, shout out to him. Cleveland State playing for the Cavs is major.
6'7", 220 pounds, and was playing at Cleveland State.
He might need to be in the rotation just because he's 6'7".
Hey.
So, he can't play 10 minutes.
No, the Cavs have a bunch of people that are just like, I'm hoping that we land on something here because Riley Minix is 6'7", 230 out of Morehead State. Like, we're just like, is he tall? Let's see if we can land on something real quick.
BG the one said Ramon Sessions was cold.
Hey, we had the other Parker. We had Anthony Parker, brother to Candace Parker. You know what I mean?
So it said, congratulations to Mo Williams, Kentucky assistant coach.
Now, if you were there during the 2010s, you would know the most heartbreaking thing that happened was that the Cavs bench turned into the Warriors bench. Like, Mo Spates and Sean Livingston. Remember they was on? Yeah. They almost beat LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? They was up like 28 on LeBron with Wayne Ellington starting at the 2. Tristan Thompson.
I forgot they had Wayne Ellington. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. And then Mo Spates and Sean Livingston became a vital part of the Warriors dynasty.
Man, crazy how it worked out, ain't it?
Ain't it?
Crazy how it worked out.
Mm-hmm. Anderson Varejao was over there during a period of time.
Ooh, he got there at the worst possible time too.
Well, when did he get there? He got there the year the Cavs won, and then he got cut by the time they went with KD, right?
Yeah, he got there. He was on the roster after because he got cut by the Cavs, and then he signed with the Warriors. And then the Warriors and the Cavs played each other in the finals, and the Cavs came back and won.
But this is also how I know how people feel about like centers is all marketing when it comes to the mainstream because this city loved Anderson Varejao, but be shitting on Jared Allen. And Jared Allen like 20 times better than Anderson Varejao.
Oh, easily.
Like, what?
Hey, someone said Luke Herringody and Samardo Samuels. So I remember Samardo Samuels. I remember that. I remember him.
Hey, you remember Ira Newell?
Of course I remember Ira
Newell. You ever hear the story about Ira Newell and Paul Silas?
No.
Apparently Ira Newell did something to piss off Paul Silas. And the media saw Ira Newell being chased out of the locker room, sprinting like full speed away from Paul Silas. As Paul Silas said, "Hey, you bring your hip hop." I'm gonna say ass, but you know the word was actually said, like, "Bring your hip hop back here." Like, and he was hip hop to Paul Silas because he had braids.
Crazy,
bro. We don't have enough conversations about like the MJ brand.
Hey man, respectability politics was at an all-time high.
You said what? Oh, the
respectability
Bill Cosby,
politics, all-time high.
Bruh, I hated that stuff too. Oh my goodness. I remember one day I was thinking about, man, I was like, I hate Bill Cosby. And then someone was like, yeah, what he did to those women was terrible. I'm like, oh yeah, he's awful for that too. Like,
He's awful for that too. It's just,
hey man, the stuff he was doing before people really got mad at Bill, I'm like, bro, he was doing some bad. Like, we done all had to sit through all them assemblies in school. You ever if you went to a black public school in that era, bro, like the amount of Bill Cosby politics they was throwing at you, bro, you could capitalize your way out of this. Like, I remember somebody made the point that it's like, you said making this money gonna get me out of my problems, then why can't I sell drugs? The presenter had nothing. Like, and when you think about it, he's got a point. Like,
if this is all it's about.
You said I could capitalize my way out of these circumstances. Well, I mean, like, what do you think the drug game is? Like I was like, boy, if he would have grew up in better circumstances, man, that guy would have been something. He had a grasp for shit, dog.
Just tell me why can't I sell drugs?
It's like, I mean,
like, well, when you really think about it,
you really think about it. If you said that's what's going to save me, you say I need to be an entrepreneur. Like,
it sounds like simple supply and demand to me.
Oh my goodness.
Shout
out to you in the comments if you had to sit through a Pathfinder assembly. Like,
hey man, I thought you was about to say shout out to you in the comments if you sold drugs.
No. Yeah.
Oh,
you ever had Pathfinder assembly code?
No.
Because I don't think you went to St. Ed's. So it's like they not worried about that kind of thing at St. Ed's.
Yeah. I don't think we were their target.
Fairs. They were like, where do you want to go to school?
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think
Pathfinder assembly, they shut down the school for half a day. Most people just use it as early release. And they have a assembly in there. It is basically the biggest, like, it's bootstraps. It's basically you need to work harder.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
You need to work harder. It's tough, but you need to work harder and be tougher. And it's like, all right, man. One time they brought in Richard Quinn, who was an NFL tight end, went to Maple. And I remember being like, he's 6'6". Like, that's why he in the league. He's 6'6" and he jump high. Like, I'm supposed to work harder to become Richard Quinn? Like, that don't make no sense, bruh. Oh my god, the fuckery that the public school systems were on in the early 2000s to about, like, I don't know, it's probably still going on. Like, a lot of people trying to find solutions that they ain't got the budget to solve, nor the knowledge base. Like,
it's just unfortunate, man.
Because that was in the middle too of them the movies, the white savior movies coming out. Oh man, I could see the impact on my white teachers when I was in high school. They all thought that they was gonna do Freedom Riders, that they was gonna do that one swimming movie with Terrence Howard, that they was gonna be Sandra Bullock, who was in like 8 of them movies. They found out quick, this ain't no movie.
This ain't no movie. They should put that in front of. They should put that in front of every public school. This ain't no movie.
Up here because we don't want it to be better. Are you crazy? Like,
ain't no movie, man.
What you mean? What do you mean? Like,
What did Jay? This ain't a movie, dog.
How they gonna save the hood? It be cracking me up, man. Like,
oh man.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, but that was the peak of that, man. It was like right after Obama got elected too, so everybody was like, it was a post-racial America.
Oh God.
Whoo. Yeah, the bullshit. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we don't need to digress more into it. We want to get into the Browns pumping up this Deshaun Watson for some reason.
I don't even want to talk about that. You think they should try to trade Myles? You think they try to trade Myles or what?
You don't want to talk about Deshaun Watson so much. You're willing to talk about trading Myles Garrett. It's crazy.
Yes, bro. Yes. I'd rather talk about something that might actually happen.
I don't think this year. I think that their answers are changing. Last year was a hard no. This year it's a heavily implied no. That's different.
But it's not a hard no.
Yeah, it's not the same answer that they were getting last year. I ultimately don't think they're going to find the kind of deal they're looking for. So they're not going to trade him this season. Like the kind of deal that they're looking for would be counterproductive for a team that's trying to win now. Because the Browns would not only want picks, not only want a lot of picks, which I think a team that's trying to win now would be willing to give up. They're probably going to want a couple of young assets.
They're going to want players.
Yeah.
They're going to want good young players too.
That's where the disconnect happens, right? It's like the Eagles aren't going to sacrifice a starter or two starters to bring in Myles and the future of their draft, right? Like that's asking too much. Now, next year, maybe the prices come down to a point to where it makes more sense for a team to jump in there. I think it also heavily depends on what's the Browns quarterback outlook in the 2027 offseason. Is it positive? Do we feel good about their ability to get somebody? Are they going to be able to get somebody? Because that's going to dictate what their timeline is. And if the Browns are like, it's looking like another couple of years, then all of a sudden Myles at 35, if you add a couple of years from next year, it's time to move on, right? So that's the stuff that I think it's going to be a constantly fluid situation. Right now, I don't imagine, one, because like I think they've made it clear that it's not going to happen before this draft, right? And two, teams have been pretty tight on those 2027 first round assets. For good reason. Yeah. So I don't think that there's going to be as much hunger to do it this year or with draft picks that'll be in 2027, which if you trade for Myles after the draft, that's what it would be required. And if you're the Browns, you would probably want to get to a place if you trade Myles where you have 3 picks in that draft. So you're talking about a team, like it might be like on some John Elway shit to where a team has to trade, like the Eagles trade Quinyon to try to get a first or something, and then package that first with something to try to get Myles, right? Like, multiple first.
Let me stop you there. Because there is like a hypothetical that makes sense that is out there. Because I don't think it's a secret, and I'm not saying anything that people shouldn't already know. The Philadelphia Eagles want Myles.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Howie was trying to trade for Myles last year. Obviously, they shut all of that down. But he's trying to get Myles again. And the rumors out there are that they are going, well, not even rumors, but the way that Cleve TA, shout out to homie TA on Twitter, was breaking it down was that they have to trade AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to get picks for that.
Yeah, and they're not going to trade AJ until after June 1st because of the cap ramifications and trying to mitigate that as much as possible. So they're going to trade him. So they're going to get 2020. They're going to get a 2027 first from somebody, from AJ Brown. Now who that ends up being, we'll see. Like how much the Browns actually like value having that particular first. really just depends on who they actually send AJ to.
Mm-hmm.
But they will get a first rate.
You brought up something that's key too. If the Browns get 3 first-round picks from somebody that's a contender, if I'm them, I want 2 of them picks to be from somebody else. like if you can swing that, then maybe that's more of a likely scenario to make the move. But like the idea of like giving 3 first-round picks from Philadelphia and it's theirs, I'm like, I'm just gonna be picking in the 30s. Like I'm good.
Yeah, like that's not super appealing unless you're sending me players on top of that. And
in
which case,
find a way to get like Miami's first, and then like this is a dream scenario, right? You somehow get your hands on Miami's first, Arizona's first, and then you could throw your little first in there so we can trade it. If we want to move up or something like that, then all of a sudden that becomes a lot more appealing. So
then it was like, okay, now we just got to talk about the players. But apparently, like, they're going to trade AJ. They're going to get a first for that. And then they would use that first along with whatever other assets they feel comfortable giving the Browns to get Myles. And they would present that as a package to get Myles. So the Browns would have 3. They would have 3 firsts in the 2027 draft in various places, obviously, depending on how good the Browns are and how good the other teams are when they get their first. They also said that they're willing to include Jalen Carter in the deal. And I've talked to our homie Mac about this multiple times. I don't think that's nothing.
Yeah, there's something up with that though.
Yeah, and that's what he said. He was like, why are they willing? Like, why
there's
are you willing?
With that? Nah,
it's like, why are you willing to put him in a deal?
Well, and they didn't sign him, right? They made it clear they didn't want to give him that money. It's like something's fucked up there.
It's like
because like the naive, when I first started, it's like, well, I haven't seen Jalen Carter do anything. I think that's where Eagle fans are at. It's like, oh, Jalen Carter hasn't really done anything that we could tell since the car accident that would indicate that there's a problem. But this stuff is too loud for there to not be nothing.
Yeah, there's been like prominent people in the NFL circles who said that he's willing to trade Jalen Carter to get Myles. And it's just like, I was like, on one hand, Jalen is an all-pro, but on the other hand, you being that willing to get rid of an all-pro is a massive red flag to me.
Yeah, like I want you to at least do it like the Jets did with Quentin Williams, where they was like, I don't know. Oh, we don't want to.
Yeah, like you way too, like you
they already had paid Quentin Williams. Like it's like, okay, they just can't say no to the draft picks. But you out here trying to sell us Jalen Carter, you doing everything possible to tell us that you don't think that Jalen Carter is somebody you want around long term.
Yeah, and that makes me nervous, man.
Yeah,
that makes me real nervous.
Yeah, I just don't think there's a combination that makes sense for this year. But maybe we get to the trade deadline and something makes more sense. I think the more realistic thing is like, okay, where's the team at after this season? If they're not in a good place, then all of a sudden that Myles trade goes from not going to happen to watch those answers become a lot more non-committal, because it's going to make sense, right? Especially if they don't feel like there's a path to a quarterback in that offseason for whatever reason. Whether it's trading for somebody or free agency or whatever it is, however they feel like they can get to a quarterback. We do have to talk about this Jimmy Haslam thing, trying to pump up the Deshaun Watson thing. I don't understand why they're doing it, which is making me concerned that this is something that they legitimately believe. And when I say I mean Jimmy.
I believe it's something that Jimmy absolutely believes. Which is,
and I need to make this clear. Like I felt the way I felt for Deshaun Watson for a very long time, and I've had good things to say about him in his time in Cleveland, and a lot of bad things to say about him. It's never been dictated by how I feel about the man personally. If the Browns dedicate a good chunk of this season to trying to see what's up with Deshaun when he's in a situation where there's a poison pill in his contract and they can't extend him, that's the biggest fucking waste of time. Okay? Say what you want about Shador, and I'm not the biggest Shador guy in the world, obviously. I get flack from that corner of the internet as well. But I'd much rather try it out with somebody who's on a rookie deal and like you can keep around. If they really are dead set on trotting this Watson thing out, that is a disaster.
Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I don't want to talk about it because it means absolutely nothing to me. I don't care what Jimmy's talking about, bro.
Now I will blame Mike for this.
Oh yeah, you can definitely blame Mike.
We can blame him for that.
You can definitely blame Mike for this.
Yes,
this is Mike's fault. All of this is Mike's fault.
Mike has taken over for DePodesta, and he's whispering into Jimmy Haslam's ear right now.
You know what Mike's gonna do? He's gonna try to convince you that he's playing the long game. He's like, look, man, we just got to get through 17 more games of this. 17 more games of this, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, man. Look, here's the reality. You're not going to be able to put Deshaun Watson out there for 17 games.
No. Just literally just start Shedeur, bro. Like, just start Shedeur.
Like, you're not going to get through that. That will not be. You will do damage to the organization at that point that can't be undone.
I feel like if Sanders can't beat out Redacted for a starting job, that's more of an indictment on Sanders than it is Redacted. Because
I agree, Curtis.
Because the last time we saw Deshaun Watson, he literally was playing some of the worst football I've ever seen from a Browns quarterback in quite some time. It looked like that brother could not read defenses. He looked like he was uncertain of himself and was just
couldn't run stick, right? Like, it's just basic shit. He couldn't run stick, right? Like,
hey, listen, man, y'all know the pod episode where we came in with a whole thing we was gonna do, and we just looked at one play for 2 hours.
Yeah. So there's that element of it for sure. Here's the other part of it that would just like if you waste this time with Deshaun, or if Shedeur can't beat out Deshaun, then that to me also makes it very unforgivable that you didn't bring in anybody to compete with Shedeur or to compete that could be a buffer between that. Because if you cannot beat out Deshaun Watson, then we're talking about a guy in Deshaun Watson who, by the way, his success rate was 47th out of 48 eligible quarterbacks. The only guy he beat out was Dorian Thompson-Robinson the last time he played. And Dorian Thompson-Robinson is right now backing up. Who did he back up in Orlando?
Jack Plummer of the undefeated Orlando Storm of the UFL.
Yes, he's the backup to Jack Plummer in the UFL. That is the quality of quarterback play that Deshaun Watson was slightly above last year, well, in 2024. If we cannot outperform that with Shedeur, which I don't think highly of Shedeur based on his rookie year play. I don't think that lowly of Shedeur that he can't beat out that version of Deshaun Watson, right? If that's the case, then why didn't you bring in extra competition? Because Deshaun Watson's not an acceptable answer, and not having Shedeur be able to beat out Deshaun, I mean, like, that means that you are at an unacceptable place in the quarterback room and you couldn't do anything. Now, it sounds like Andrew still wants to bring in somebody, right? Like, it sounds like that's something that Andrew is still trying to do. He said it's very likely that they bring in somebody or something like that in his press conference. So we'll see what they bring in. But this room as it stands right now is just unacceptable because I don't think that Deshaun's going to, like, if Deshaun comes out and he plays starting level quarterback play, it's a waste of time. But whatever. That's not a likely possibility. What's likely is that Deshaun either gets hurt again or he plays really bad football. And, like, ask yourself, are you confident there's 17 weeks of quarterback play in that room right now?
No.
I mean, he ain't say shit about no Dylan Gabriel again.
No, did he said something about
he
Todd
said
Monken.
Todd said that he's seen Shedeur doing the amount of work and then nothing from Dylan, right? Like, legitimately the quote. Yeah. So Dylan's not a factor in this room, less so than Deshaun Watson. And Deshaun's not a factor in the room. So it's like,
which, by the way,
huh?
the fact that The fact that like Dylan is a complete non-factor in any of this
It's crazy.
lets you know who was really pushing to draft.
We know who was. It was Kevin.
I'm just saying, it's like there should no longer be any doubt. Like everybody's just like, yeah, we're gonna bring another quarterback. What about Dylan? What about him?
Hey, Ty's averaging 18. Ty Jerome.
Oh, is he averaging 18?
Yeah, he's averaging 19.7, 47% from the field, 46 from three in his last 10, 43 at all. He's only played 10 games.
Oh, he's played 10 games.
Yeah, he's back to being hurt again. He's played 15 games this season. Yeah.
Non-factor.
Well, he just can't stay healthy. I think he's out too.
Yeah, like he's played 15 games out of how many? How many games have we played? Like 70?
Yeah, that's what the problem with Ty was before he came to Cleveland.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. They need to add a quarterback to this room so that it's not a disaster. Because like I don't think that right now it's not the craziest thought to me that somebody who is not really a prospect, but just like sitting on the wire right now, like sitting as a free agent, could start for this team by week 8. And that's a disaster, right? If we're starting Bailey Zapp for multiple games next season, Damo will be happy, but that's a disaster. Like that is something, even though I like AV, that's gonna get him fired. Because it's like, all right, man, you got to be more prepared than this. There's no way you put all your eggs in the baskets that were available. And like, I get what the Shador fans are saying, and I get what what's left of Watson Hive is saying, and they're trying to sell us this, but we know what that smell like. We done been around long enough. We done seen rookie seasons like Shador before. We done seen quarterbacks come into Cleveland at the state of their career that Watson is currently in right now. We know how this is likely to end up, statistically speaking. You already have put out the radar. You're out on Dylan. So it's like, we need 2 more quarterbacks. So you got to draft one and sign one.
So I'm looking at a list, or trying to look at a list of available quarterbacks, right? Quarterbacks who are available right now.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, it's it is not great.
You see Corey's tweet?
No, what Corey say?
Everywhere I look, someone is tweeting negative propaganda against the Texas A&M QB. Draft Twitter has collectively decided to make him face trials for his crimes.
Hey, I just want you to know. A lot of pro KC tweets since our last pod. A lot of pro KC tweets.
Yeah.
Since our last pod. Just want to let you know.
I'm starting to lean more to like, if that's your options at wide receiver, just go with Manuel McNeil-Warren. Get a safety. Carson Sweat's injury, man.
Good man. Go get me
get a dog.
Go get me KC. Go get me KC and Prosper. So who you want? Who you want? You want Zach Wilson? You know Zach Wilson?
Zach Wilson's with the Saints. I got the list of like.
No, who is he on
with the Saints?
We're not going to know, but he's probably going to be on practice squad, right? Like, if we're starting a quarterback from somebody else's practice squad before like week 13 or 14, disaster. Fucking disaster. And we're headed towards that. Like,
yeah, bro, there's nothing here.
Like, this is what I'm saying. The list of quarterbacks that's available and then the quarterbacks that are on practice squads or will be on practice squads. If that's what we're throwing out there, while this team has still playoff eligibility, fucking disaster.
Kirk Cousins is available. Aaron Rodgers is available. Russell Wilson, Tyrod Taylor, Cooper Rush, Jimmy G, Brandon Allen, Teddy Bridgewater, Brett Ripien, Easton Stick, John Wolford, Skylar Thompson, Hendon Hooker, Will Greer, and Jeff Driscoll. Yeah,
man, we're really leaning. It's about to be Easton Stick's about to start 3 games for the Cleveland Browns right now. Right.
No, I think people need to. I think people need to open their minds up. There's quarterbacks that they could trade for who aren't playing, but I'm just gonna list. If I list the names, you're not gonna like it. Well, Anthony Richardson is obviously the one where people will be like, okay.
But Chris Ballard being difficult, from what I was told from a reliable source.
Yeah, he's always difficult, and he's best friends with Dorsey. So it's gonna be.
Him and Dorsey are best friends. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, remember he did the prank call.
Makes sense. Both will be.
I imagine that's why this has been such a hassle.
Both will. Well, Ballard's going to be in the unemployment line after this year, so you know.
Yeah, but it's Anthony Richardson, maybe Will Levis, maybe.
Good God.
Or they're gonna have to draft somebody because
no,
AB said that he's.
They're gonna have to draft somebody to replace Dylan Gabriel, and then they have to trade for somebody to actually be in the spot they have nobody for right now.
They're not gonna carry 4 again, are they?
They got to. We'll see what Deshaun is. I hope Deshaun is a rosterable quarterback, but I highly doubt that he's going to play rosterable football. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, we're looking at a Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders, Drew Aller quarterback. Oh man, that's gonna be
so short, nasty. Like that's what we're looking at.
Hey, at least Drew got an arm. Got an arm on him. That's all. That's about as positive as I can get.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm not on board. I can understand they want to keep the quarterback room cheap. I think they need to do something to ensure that they aren't at a quarterback disaster at some point in this season. And if one happens, if I'm right, and one happens, it was avoidable. And that kind of thing, I can't ignore. Right? Like, it's one thing when something happens, like, okay, the quarterback play is not going to be good this year. I can accept that. There's nothing really the Browns can do. But what we're talking about is like a disaster, potentially. And no need to fall into this disaster. Like, straight up, there's no need for it at all. But, we'll see what happens here. And I know everybody's like, well, this is our plan to get Arch Manning. It's like, one, I still ain't convinced we're going to be number 1 overall pick bad. And 2, are we sure Arch is going to be good?
I don't want to do the "Are we sure Arch is going to be good" thing. I mean, want to see them play. I would like to see all of these guys play because we do this every year with a quarterback class where we say, like, oh, there's going to be 5 or 6 first-round picks out of these guys, and let's just watch them play and then go from there, please. Can we do that this time?
And it's like, how do I put this? The amount of, we don't talk about guys being number 1 overall picks this early unless they're like Trevor Lawrence in their college career or Andrew Luck, right? Like, they've already put the body of work. The way that Arch has been talked about, the body of work is not there. And my whole thing with Arch is, regardless of what that body of work looks like, as long as it's mediocre or better, Arch is going to go number 1 overall next year. It's not a doubt in my mind. The institution of the Manning family is going to make it so that he's going to go number 1 overall as long as he's not a disaster next year. And what if that's like, you're in a situation where it's like, you got to take Arch. because you know that Jimmy's gonna want to take Arch, and Dante's clearly better. Because there's nobody, especially if Andrew gets let's be real, if the Browns are in position to get the number one overall pick, Andrew's fired. So whoever Jimmy picks to replace Andrew is going to be on the Arch program.
It's going to take Arch. 100%.
Yeah.
Take Arch.
Yeah. And it's like, guys, I just want them to avoid to hit this. I just want them to avoid hitting several icebergs that are clearly in sight, and we can make the changes to just not hit them. We can clearly just not hit these icebergs. But boy, do we seem hell bent on going straight forward into it. I hope things turn out better though. Let's get to some super chats because I gotta get out of here by 5.
Ooh, all right. We got 11. All right. This is from Sleeping Snore Laxative. That's a creative ass name. Okay. Hypothetically, if D4 won the Q quarterback competition,
wait a minute. Hold on. Sleeping Snore Laxative?
Yeah, that's his name. I don't
know. So Snorlax from Pokemon. Snorlax from Pokemon, but he added at a T. Look, I get what he's going.
No, I get what he's saying, but like, look at the combination of that is quite disturbing. Because it's a laxative, to loosen up the lower intestine.
Hypothetically, if D4 won the quarterback competition and had a season similar to Baker in 2020, would you consider it an extension? No.
They can't extend him.
He got a poison pill in his contract. So
yeah,
no.
They can't. This is what I'm saying. I know AB said there's no rule against extending him, but it's bullshit. He knows it's bullshit. They can't extend him. They're gonna have to post June 1st cut him. That's what's required. They're gonna have to do it. And guess what? When you post June 1st cut somebody, they don't usually come back. So that's what I mean. It's a waste of time. Even if it ends up good, the 3% chance that it ends up good, if we live in that reality, you can't bring him back. It's a waste of time.
All right. Next one's from Ray Rags. We're back to praising Watson. We're now in the depths of QB hell. Please get me out of QB hell in any way possible. Well, brother, I don't know.
Wins away, dog.
2 wins away.
Imagine what the conversations we'd be having if we just lost out.
Hey, man. But nah, man, we need to get them culture wins, man. Culture wins. Out.
Oh, boy. Imagine we would be talking about much different things. Who do we pair at 24 with Mendoza, right? But now we sitting here talking about Watson.
Hold them culture wins.
What if Watson play good? like this is what we talking about. What if Deshaun Watson in 2025 plays good football? Okay. Yeah, that's where we're at.
I believe when I see it. Anyway. Amen. This is from Kairas, 2025. I heard DW4 is coming back to start by mid-November. He's coming back December. His window is activated since on active list the whole year. Come on, y'all. Boy who cried wolf, unless Sanders is that bad. I feel like, and I wrote about this, it's dropping soon. The worst case scenario is that Sanders goes into training camp and he's in a tight battle with someone who has nothing to lose at this point in his career. And the first preseason game comes along. I don't know who it is, or not first preseason game, and the first joint practice they have. And Sanders is with the first team, and he looks like shit. In the second team, Watson plays with the second team, and he looks better. And then Watson gets first team reps, and the offense looks better. And Sanders on the second team, and he still struggles. That's probably my worst case. That's probably the worst case scenario Sanders fans shouldn't want.
Hey, man. It's not good. I really hope they're just – I hope you're right. I hope they are crying wolf with this whole Watson thing like they were last year. I hope that this is just them doing something because they're bored or whatever. But if they're actually taking this Watson thing seriously, like, that just has so many red flags attached to it that, you know, I can't imagine it's gonna have a good result.
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not at like threat level midnight, but boy, I'm a little nervous about how they've been talking about Watson. I'm real nervous about that. We'll see what they do. It seems like Monken is also kind of bought in on the delusion, and that's what concerns me.
All right, next one is from Ray Rags. He says, "Go ask Myles how good Mason was. I fully believe Myles doesn't get the sack record if we don't draft Mason."
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Would agree with that.
I agree.
Now, to be fair to Myles, like, he still probably would get like 18. But yeah, I think what put him over the top was the play of Mason Graham, who was really good post bye week. I mean, also, like, people don't understand, like, there's a difference between a defensive tackle that can get you 400 snaps a year and somebody who's going to get you close to 800. Like, that's a difference right there. Like, a 3-down D tackle, there's not a lot of those guys walking around, and those guys are rare and worth elite draft picks.
All right. Next one is from Saying Soul. What pick would get you overly hyped, and what pick would get y'all to crash out? Should they get a temporary starter at left tackle regardless how they draft? I mean, for me,
well, their temporary starter is DeJuan Jones at left tackle.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, I don't really care who they draft at 6. That will get me hyped. If you get Carnell Tate, cool. You get Monroe Freeling, cool. Caleb Downs, win-minded, win-hated.
No, they can't take a safety at 6.
No, I know, but I've seen bullshit happen before, and the Browns are prone to bullshit. So,
what's interesting how Caleb Downs is talked about, because like it seems like the scout community and the draft community is like, he's a high floor player, but like fans are like, he's a generational prospect, and I don't think that's how they see it. You know,
listen, we got to be honest. And I'll say it because I know y'all gonna kill Q if he says it.
I'm not a part of the fan base there. You know, you gotta.
I'm gonna say it. We look at these draft prospects from Ohio State with scarlet and gray glasses, and we love all of them. And I myself am guilty of doing it too, but we need to stop doing it when it comes to the Browns.
Yeah. We
need to stop doing it. That's what it is. If Carnell Tate played at Alabama, we wouldn't be doing this.
I'm not doing that. I think he's really, really good. If he played at Oregon, I would say, you like Carnell Tate? I'm like, yeah, he's good. It's like
he's traditionally about 10 to 20. Picks 10 to 20.
If he didn't play at Ohio State, you wouldn't be seeing the push that people are pushing.
The main bet I have seen people justify with Carnell Tate is like, oh, look at Ohio State's production, right, over the last few years. All those picks have worked out. So just draft the Ohio State guy. It's basically what here. But I remember when that used to be the theory with Ohio State corners and then Jeffrey Okudah.
Yeah, like, how do you know Carnell's not Jeffrey Okudah?
Yeah, like, yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr. Like,
I still believe in Marv, but that's a fair point. It's a fair point.
Guys, Marv hasn't had over 400 yards receiver yet. Like, you know, there has been a miss, and he was the earliest drafted one. Like, hey, if we sitting in the teens and Ohio State wide receiver available, undoubted, I'm taking the Ohio State guy. Because that value pick range, that matches up all the time. The last Ohio State wide receiver that went, you know, super, like the ones that went super early are the ones that you have the more questions about. Did you hear talk about get traded? You know what I mean? Like, who's good?
He had 600 yards last year.
Yes, bro. He putting up Elijah Moore numbers.
608.
bro. You can't blame all that on on quarterback. Man.
I didn't realize it was
because they thought it would be better for Marv, right? Like,
I didn't realize it was that bad.
man, he was struggling. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people are like, well, of course, Cleveland would draft the first bad Ohio State wide receiver. I'm like, hey, guys. And then you look at the ones that are successful. JSN. Whew. Went to a good situation.
20th pick, yeah.
Yeah. Went to a good situation, though. You know what I mean? Like, but now I guess you could say Olave didn't go to the best situation, but they always talking about trading Olave.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know
I'd watch that too, by the way.
What, Olave?
I watched that.
Yeah. Like the Ohio State wide receivers that go to these bad situations, you always hear about those teams like being willing to trade those players. And also, I think that's kind of reflective of the fact that wide receiver is seen as this ultra expendable position. like, why is it that Arizona is willing to trade Marv? Why is it that, like, despite Garrett Wilson being good, the Jets are always rumored to be trading him? Why is it that Chris Olave is always on the market? You know what I mean? It's not that they're bad players. It's just they play a position that people are like, hey, if we got to cut bait to get picks, that's the first place I'm looking. It just doesn't make sense at 6 for me. If they want to do it, cool. But I think I have a growing suspicion, and maybe I'm wrong here, that maybe 2 of the Miami players are more in play at 6 than maybe we think. Like if the Browns get stuck at 6, maybe Malinois might be where they go, because you hear Andrew talk. He doesn't really respect the right tackle, left tackle paradigm. He seems to just see it as tackle, and he's very vocal about that. And he might just say, this guy's a road grader, a run blocker. I can figure out how we're going to do left tackle in camp, but I want that guy on the roster. Or Ruben Bang, you know, who if he falls to him at 6, they can't get a trade back. They don't want to take a safety. They don't think any of the wide receivers are worth it. Maybe they're not sold on Monroe as much as we had hoped. Maybe they go, all right, let's get the edge. Let's go take him at 6, because it might become a need in a couple of years.
Here's my thing. Okay, so to answer the question and to answer the super chat, is there anybody they could pick that would make me crash out if they had to stick and pick at 6? Is there anybody they could pick that would make me crash out? Caden Proctor.
Okay. Ty Simpson probably would be there for you, right? You'll probably be pretty upset about that.
I've never considered that they were going to take Ty at 6. So yes, I would crash out.
I've never thought that Proctor would be there. It would be who they would go with.
Yeah, like if they pick Proctor at 6, I'm gonna lose my shit. Like, yeah, that would be the one that makes me go over the edge.
I don't know if anybody pisses me off, but like I think I would have a long blank stare of a reaction if they took David Bailey at 6. I'd be like,
I don't like David Bailey at all. I just don't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I would just be sitting there like, I don't know what to think of this.
I asked the question in Corey's Discord. Shout out Corey, by the way. Go subscribe to Daft on Draft. But I asked the question. I was like, hey, do you think AB is more of a Bailey guy or a Bang guy? If they went age,
I think age Bang. He's gonna go with the younger guy.
Most of the people in the Discord was like Bailey. I think he would go Bailey.
I think he's a Bang. I think age matters a lot to AB more than anything. And
it's just Bailey. It's like he has all the athleticism in the world, but he doesn't have a refined pass rush repertoire. And the thing when it comes to raw edge rushers, in my case, is like they don't really have a plan. They just bull rush and think it's going to work. And we see in the NFL, like, man, you can bull rush all you want. It's not going to work against these tackles because they're just too damn good.
Yeah, well, you're like Jared verse.
Bull rush, man. Yeah.
You bull rush, man.
Yeah. That's
bull rush, man.
That's what he is. He's bull rush, man, to me.
That's bull rush, man.
Assume like that because it's analytics, it's just going to be like, oh, what's your RAS score, right? And I think the Browns care about that, but I think the metrics that the Browns have always shown a willingness for is age and production for your age. right? Like if you are a 20-year-old prospect that's producing, like a Harold Fannin, right? 20 years old, produced at a high level. Dylan Sampson.
Yeah.
20 years old, produced at a high level. The Browns want production in youth. So anybody who's younger than the average age of that pick and producing, they're going to lean towards that. David Bailey is, how old is he, Curtis? 23?
He is.
I want to say he's 20. I think I want to say he's 22.
Well, he's 22, but he's 23 in August.
He's 22.
Yeah. He turns 23 in August, so by the start of the season, he's 23.
He's 23. Yeah. Also, I just want to let you know that you low key made a case for taking Casey Conception at 24, but we'll get.
Yeah, because he's younger. I'm like, that makes sense that could happen because he's younger, right? But Bane's 21.
His drop scares.
And he'll be 22. He's a whole year younger, and his production has been pretty strong throughout his college career, especially when you look at like pressures for when he's in there. So I think I don't think they're as reliant on the athletic scores as people think they are. I think it's the age and the production for the age is really where they get excited. And if you look at the guys that they've went after, right? Mason Graham, ton of production, 21 years old.
How old is Myles Noah? Just so I know.
Myles Noah's 21 too.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I would rather they take Myles Noah at 6 and then try to make him a left tackle than to take Caden Proctor at 6.
I don't think we have to worry about Caden Proctor at 6, man.
Q, it's a thing. I think.
I would be shocked if Caden Proctor would.
I would hope it's just like silly season stuff, but
yeah, I would be. If you didn't hear it before the combine, it's probably not that.
I mean, we're going based on what we heard at the combine. It's Freely. Like right after the combine,
it usually stabilizes around that, right? But I don't think it's. I think Myles Noah could make some sense there again. But he true junior when he came out, 21 years old, age, production. They care about that.
If he doesn't go at 3, like he shouldn't get past 3 to me. But if Myles Noah is there at 6, and they decide to take him, like I'm not mad at that.
I'm not upset at that though.
I'm not upset at that. I'm not mad at that.
Would you say, Curtis?
I wouldn't mind that.
Because I think he could be elite at one of the positions on the offensive line eventually.
I think if we're just ranking who are the best offensive linemen in the draft, I think he's the best one.
Yeah. Also, because the question is like, why is he on the right side? Why didn't he play left side? Right. I think Andrew Berry had an answer to like how he views this that was pretty like interesting. Because he's like, well, because you don't flip the positions because of like priority anymore. You know, like right tackle is just as important as left tackle because the edges move around so much. It could just be possible that this is where he was, and they just kept him there because he was really good. You know, and he can flip. He talks about there's multiple guys that they flipped. I mean, like, look, the last left tackle they took in the top 10, they flipped from right to left. So, like, I don't think it's crazy to think that that's possible for him. And Myles Noah, I think he does. Of all the guys who are elite tackle to guard prospects, he's the best chance of staying there at tackle because he's just such a good player. But yeah, I think I like Myles Noah. I think that has more of a chance of happening. And I feel like Bain, I think we're really sleeping on the ideal of Ruben Bain. Like, not that I think it's a strong possibility. I just think that if there is a surprise and the Browns take a defensive player, I think it's Bain.
I'll say this because I don't want to poo-poo the Bain thing. But if they took Bain at 6, that is the biggest signal in the world. It's like, okay, so a Myles trade has to be coming. I'm not
necessarily convinced that that's the case. I just think it's like when they traded for Tyson Campbell, it wasn't necessarily a signal that Denzel was on his way out. Or when they drafted Greg Newsom, right? It's not a signal that Denzel's on his way out. I think a lot of people took it like that. But it's like they need to get younger at a position that starts 2 players, right?
But when you just extend Alex Wright to me, who's not old,
that was a pretty minor extension though. That's an extension that's
I'm just saying, like,
it's gonna be backup money. So
yeah, like you extend Alex Wright, and then you take an edge at 6. Now I'm starting to think like, okay,
well, Alex Wright and Ruben Bain is not enough to anchor a defensive front. So it's like if they took 2 edges in this draft, now I'm like, all right. If they just take Ruben Bain, I think it is somewhat insurance on like, hey, if we do get an offer that's too big to turn down for Myles, we'll take it. I think they're going to be in that place regardless of what they do in the draft next offseason. But I don't think it's necessarily like, hey, Myles is for sale, right? Like I think they will hang on to him unless you're willing to offer the price. And I think as long as Andrew Berry's here, he's been pretty strict on the price is the price with Myles. Now, if he gets fired this season, everything's up. But, we'll see what happens there. What's the next one?
Next one is, I'm trying to find this one. This is from Ray Rags. Try to speed run these. Derrick Henry had 1,500 yards rushing last year in the 2 games against the Browns. He had 29 for 126, which is
15,000. He had 15.
1,500. You know what I meant, but
no. That's what they put in the chat.
Yeah,
I think Ray made the. I think he meant to put 150, not 50.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. He had 29 rushes for 126, which is 4.2 yards per carry. But he had a 59-yard run the one game. So outside of that, it was 28 for 67, which is 2.4 yards per carry.
Yeah, the Browns defense was bad last year.
And he brought that up. He said he brought that up to say the Browns D wasn't that bad. People just want them to stop everything. I mean,
no, it's not even that people want them to stop anything. It's for the Browns to win games. The Browns literally have to stop everything.
Yeah, like for them to win games last year, they had to be perfect defensively. Anybody who watches football knows that that's not a realistic standard to hold a defense.
It's just not possible.
All these defensive people are like, oh, the Texas defense is great. I'm like, you'll watch the Texas defense just be gapped on some runs every once in a while. But it's not a big deal because they can score at least 17 points. You know what I mean? But when CJ started throwing 5 interceptions, all of a sudden you're like, ooh, wow, that defense has holes. It doesn't. The offense just sucks. That's usually what's happening.
Yeah.
Damn. You can get to the Memphis Grizzlies next game in Memphis for $4.
Man, I wish.
At least the price of something coming down.
Some good prices, man. That's good prices. What?
You paying $5 in fees, $4 for the seat, 24 for the drink.
Hey, the drink can't be 24 if you're charging that much for the ticket. I'm sorry.
Hey,
like, the drink can't be that much.
Make that money back.
Yeah.
Model.
Hey, you said they said we leaving here with something.
Hey, bro, you gonna want something to drink? No, they charge outrageous prices for water in some of these places, man. Especially basketball arenas. Bro, I got charged $7.50 for a Dasani. I was disgusted. It wasn't even a 24-ounce, man. They gave me a fucking 12-ounce bottle of Dasani. I'm like, what? What?
Nobody in the world want that much Dasani.
Yeah. Well, I think somebody made the point. It was like it'd be cheaper to drink. Like everybody talk about the price of gas. It's like it'd be cheaper to drink gas than to buy that Dasani. Okay.
All right. This is from Ray Rags. Who's the worst player the Cavs have had since LeBron left the second time? The second time that you think, if you add them, who would have been enough to beat the Celtics and win the title between 08 and 10?
Right?
It has to be Anthony Bennett.
It got to be Anthony Bennett. He got kicked off.
Let me see the question again.
It was this one.
Who's the worst player the Cavs have had since LeBron left the second time?
Oh, the second time. So it can't be Anthony Bennett.
That you think if you add them would have been enough to beat the Celtics and win the title between 08 and 10.
So the worst player the Cavs have had, if they were on the original Cavs team, would have been good enough. Karis LeVert.
No.
You don't think Karis LeVert? Bruh, Flip Murray was our bench scorer in 08. You don't think Karis being an upgrade to that?
The worst player the Cavs have had since Bron left the second time that you think if you would have added them, would have been enough to beat the Celtics and win the title in 08 between 08 and 10. Karis LeVert's not changing none of that, dog.
I don't know. I think you get past the Magic.
No way.
I think you get past the Magic. That 6-game series, I think you get past the Magic with Karis.
With Karis LeVert?
If you're adding Karis to that roster.
No chance. They're still losing. They're 100% still losing.
Would you want to add with Jared Allen versus KG and Dwight?
Oh,
what are you gonna do?
Who did they have before?
It was
old Shaq and Z.
It was Z and old Shaq, and Anderson Varejao.
No,
damn it!
That's
is it
not
Donovan?
the worst rotation in the world.
Is it Donovan?
No, it's not Donovan. Donovan. No.
Is it Donovan? I think he's the only player you can add on those 08 to 10 teams that would have helped. Obviously James, but like
I don't think it would have. I think if you just took a little bit of the scoring pressure off of LeBron, you would have been better off. Like, I think you could go, James Harden would definitely have been helpful. They would have gotten past there. Darius Garland.
Darius, if he was healthy, he would have helped.
But I think we're underrating how good LeBron was at that time. If you just gave him somebody who can get 15 off the bench in that era and shoot some threes, that would have made a massive. It was Rashad Lewis that was killing us in that series. Like
Rashad Lewis and Hedo Turkoglu.
Yeah, dog.
Man,
like
low-key, I think Evan. I think Evan is the answer here.
Evan's too good. You said it would have took a defensive player of the year for the like they were missing. I don't think we talk about Amari Stoudemire could have been enough to easily get him past it in that.
That's what I'm saying. Evan, I think Evan. I was like Evan. Yeah.
Right. Nah, I don't think it is an extreme.
Yeah. I think he would need Evan.
I feel like we're underrating the lack of shooting on those Cavs teams.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Evan
how
for sure.
It was needed.
I'm gonna say Evan for sure.
Sam Merrill and Max Strus would have probably got him past the Orlando Magic.
All right, I think you were.
I'm dead
seriously. I think you're seriously underrating who you're playing. There's no chance. There's no chance.
35% 3-point shooters in that era. Yeah, they're getting past.
No, Sam Merrill.
All it was the Magic. Fucking Rashad that took us out.
They had Mikal Peters.
We're talking about Rashard. We're talking about all-star Rashard Lewis.
We're talking about yeah. I think if you just those two, we're good. We're good because we got prime Bron. We're fine. We're fine. If we give LeBron a couple of people that can shoot some threes on the outlet, that makes them harder to defend. Then you have to spread out your defensive coverage.
What you doing right now?
Hold on. Puts more pressure on the Dwight Howard so he can't just camp in the paint. Then all of a sudden you're fine. That's all they were missing in that series.
What you're doing right now is exactly why Bron left the first time. We just need to give him Sam. No.
I'm trying to answer the question honestly. You trying to give him an all-star team. I'm like, okay, that's not what the question was.
He said the worst player.
No, you answered the question like you could add another player to that team. Like, Evan Mobley would be who you would go for. But if we're talking about the worst players that you could have added to that team that would have got him past like the Magic that series, I think that it probably would have took that. Maybe Karis LeVert alone, but if you add Max to Sam Merrill, I think that would have been enough to get him over.
You're taking the question as like when he says worst players, like you're actually thinking of players who aren't that good. I'm saying the worst.
Who's the least? Yeah, that's what he wants. I'm saying the worst player that you could think of that if you add them, their impact would have been big enough to get the Cavs over that hump. And I'm like, I think he just needed 3-point shooters in that series. Like if you give him 2. That's enough.
No, I think he
that would have been enough. I don't know if it wins them the finals. Again, it depends on who they play. But like,
they would have played the Lakers,
huh?
They would have played the Lakers all 3 times.
They would have played the Lakers in what 2010? I probably wouldn't have been enough to beat the Lakers.
8, 9, 10, they would have played the Lakers.
But they weren't going to beat the Lakers in that era with anybody as you add to the Cavs, other than like maybe James Harden or Donovan Mitchell. But even then, it would have been an awkward fit with LeBron at that time and Donovan Mitchell.
If they were playing the Lakers,
name me the 3-point shooters on that Cavs roster back then. Name them.
09 and 10. So Mo, obviously.
Mo was not a Mo was a sniper.
Mo wasn't a 3-point shooter back then. Hold on. You about to piss me off. You about to piss me off.
Mo was not his
You about to piss me off.
No, I ain't never heard Mo referred to like that as a sniper.
Bro, he shot 42% from 3 in 2009 and 10. He shot 43% from 3 the year before.
Times. Okay, you got Mo. Well, who else?
You about to piss me off, Q.
Who else you got?
Was Booby still on the teams?
Yeah, I mean, was Booby a factor? He was on the team. Booby was still on the team.
And then who else was the shooter on there? Anthony Parker. Let's see.
Anthony Parker.
Anthony Parker, was he not a shooter?
Yes, he was a shooter, but dog, we down to Anthony Parker in the rotation.
Hey, listen, man. All I'm saying is this: in Cleveland,
I would absolutely rather have Sam Merrill and Max Strus over Anthony Parker, man.
I'm just saying, Anthony Parker shot 41% from 3 a year in the Cavs.
Okay. What else could Anthony Parker provide on the floor?
You just asked me who the shooters were. Don't switch up the questions.
No, I'm saying, like, you know, Anthony Parker ain't playing no minutes. Come on, man. Come on, man.
That's crazy.
Nah. Anthony Parker. All right. Wally Zerbiak, was he still hooping?
You asked me who the shooters were. I'm telling you who the shooters were.
Right. Danielle Marshall. That's who.
You were trying to ask Sam Merrill. You ain't had much more, dog.
Sam Merrill is much better than them.
Oh my God. Sam Merrill better than Mo Williams?
Nah, I don't think he's better than Mo Williams, but he's better than all the other 3-point options you brought up.
Like, come on, man. We're talking about Sam Merrill helping Bron get past the big 3 of Boston.
Right. I don't think it would have took much. I don't think it would have took much for LeBron to get past the big 3. I think
what's the next question? What's the next super chat, Curtis?
This is from B. This is from B with Teeth. I don't know if I pronounced it right. What you know about Semi Erdan, Christian Nyanga, CJ Miles, and broken down Andrew Bynum era?
Oh, I definitely knew about the broken down Andrew Bynum era for sure.
I was so happy as a kid when we got Andrew Bynum, and then after that, I was so disappointed.
He played like 2 games, and then he had sex with Mike Brown's wife. And then that ended pretty quickly.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, Mike Brown, he must hate Cleveland. We did him dirty both times.
Yeah, both times. Andrew Bynum was crazy. Andrew Bynum was crazy.
And then he got fired at the end of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he got fired for 2 things that weren't his fault.
And then he was on the Warriors staff. He was on the Warriors coaching staff when they was.
Hey man, I'm just thankful that man still got a career because he's still coaching. Who he coaching now? He coached somebody good too.
The Knicks. For now.
Hey bro, he might be coaching his ass off if he see us.
Hey Domo, why do you keep spamming the same comment, bro? We see it. Mo Williams is not the best guard in Cavs history, not even close.
See, this is what you enabled. This is what you enabled.
I can answer this. Where's Mo Williams from? Is he from Mississippi?
Is he from Mississippi?
Mississippi.
Is he from Mississippi?
Mississippi. Where did he play college?
Yes, he's from Jackson, Mississippi. That's why. Okay. There we go.
Right.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, he's coaching at Jackson State too. Okay.
Yeah. I was about to say. Okay. I get it.
I get it. All right.
I see where this is from. I knew that's what it was. I was like, why is
I was about to say, why in the world would somebody be possessed to say that?
Mo Williams? This is what we doing for Mo Williams?
I mean, you enabled it. We can get to the next question.
All right. Next one is from Snarlaxative again. No, this is from Useless Bread. They're doing it to make the Colts think we aren't completely desperate to make the AR trade cheaper. I think talking about trying to trade for a quarterback. I mean,
I don't think it should take this much trickery to make the AR trade cheap.
What do the Colts want?
They're trying to finesse a team into giving up a high pick for him, and I don't think.
What is high in this situation?
Like late.
Probably they're bullshitting. They're bullshitting. That's what they're doing.
Like, are you holding out to get a fifth? Like, what are
they're
you
dragging their feet, and they're probably thinking to themselves, worst case scenario, he's our backup, and that's probably better than like, well, he's the backup to fucking Riley Leonard. And like they're willing to live with that. They're bullshit.
This is
bullshit right now. They don't want to satisfy any of their trade partners, nor do they want to make Anthony Richardson happy. So they're dragging their feet. They're bullshit.
All right, this is from Snorlaxative. So are you saying this QB room is the iceberg in the Titanic? My earlier question is wondering if D4 playing good this season, worst case scenario. I mean, who knows?
Him playing good, low key, is the worst case scenario because it messes up your draft pick in 27, and then you can't re-sign him, so then you have to replace him with another quarterback.
Yeah, so
that honestly would be the worst case scenario.
I don't think them winning games though would be terrible. Like I think we're like their draft position is going to be whatever their draft position is, but like they have a lot of young guys on this roster that they need to have actually care about being on this team. And if they go and win 2 games again, that's not going to be good for player development. We've seen.
I'm not saying they need to win 3 games, but like they should try to win 3 games, or they should try to be bad. But I'm just saying, like,
I mean, like they got
long term.
Yeah, I'm thinking long term as well. Like you want to develop who's on here, but if you just like make the Browns, if you can't win and get people to feel like you're on the right direction internally, then like you got no hope to develop this thing the way that you need to. Like I know we joke about coaching wins and whatever, but it's like, 2 years of like sub 5 win seasons, that makes people not really give a fuck. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's the worst case. I think it's just like, I think right now, I mean, like we're just in a shitty situation and there's really no easy way out. I don't know if there's a worst case. You know what I mean? Because I can't even think of what the best case scenario is.
All right.
They're just in a tough spot and they got to do some creative digging out of it,
Yeah, pretty much. All right, this is from Ray Rags. A mock draft back in April last year had Nussmeier going first, Klubnik second, Sellers third, and Beck going seventh. That's 3 that are nowhere near going in the first, and 1 that went back to school.
Hey, Beck going 7th was always irresponsible.
That's crazy. But it just lets you know, bro. Like people hype up these QBs too much, man. Like, let them play football, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, like the Julian saying thing, like that's gonna crash down to earth pretty hard here within the next 12 months.
Be careful. Be careful.
Just be honest here. He might be coming back to college. Like, does he have another year of eligibility?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I don't think Julian Sand's going to be a part of this draft class. I mean, what? From what I hear from people who pay close attention to this, they feel like Julian Sand is in that category of quarterback that's a solid college guy.
Yeah, he's a good college
quarterback. Chambliss,
good college quarterback.
Good college quarterback, but not necessarily a pro prospect. And like that's who people think is going to go 4th in this draft.
I don't think he'll go that high.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be in this class.
All right, this is from Hoppa Bear. Q, I'm not going to lie, I thought about that Asian comment from last week all week.
Okay. All week. I hope I didn't upset you.
All right. Next one is from Trill Hill. He says, why is Freeling more acceptable at 6 over Proctor? I mean, I feel
that's a pretty obvious one, right? Like Proctor's not even projected to be a tackle in the NFL.
They have him being a guard.
Yeah, he's too big. He's too big. He hasn't lost the weight. His tape's not as good as Freeling's. I think that's an underrated part of this. I think people have talked about Freeling as like a combine creation, but his tape's good. Like that's the thing.
I saw him going against Colin Simmons in pass, bro. That was hoops. He was hooping.
Yeah. He like people talk about him like he doesn't have good tape. He has better tape than Proctor. Proctor's tape is very inconsistent. It's just Proctor's not as good as a prospect as Monroe Freeling, just straight up, just based off the tape, based off the measurables, based off of everything. The athletic ability, there's a marketable difference in how well Monroe Freeling moves at his weight versus Kalen Proctor, who moves pretty slow for a tackle, like extremely slow. We're talking like, bottom 10th percentile in some of these agility grades that he gets from his testing. Yeah, there's a world of difference there between Caden Proctor and Monroe Freeling.
Yeah, but also like I'm gonna be real with you, man. The biggest reason I don't want Proctor is because
he played that.
Is the concern was like needs to be able to manage his weight in the NFL. I'm like, no, not taking that guy in top 10.
Well, also, I'm not convinced that like he didn't test so good at his weight at the combine that I'm convinced that like, if he were 324 pounds, he'd be some great athlete.
Nah, like we're good. I
think he'd be a pretty marginal athlete. He's not a great athlete at the size that he is right now.
Like, just take Freely. Just take the great athlete. Like we can just take him.
Or Mount Noah.
Or take Mount Noah. Like one of the two.
Like Fano's out the picture because he's a guard. 32-inch arms, guard, buddy. Guard. You're lucky they're not pushing you towards center.
He honestly probably would be best at center.
32-inch arms are tiny. Yes. Like I looked through from 2020, all of the all-pro offensive tackles, none of them have 32-inch arms. 33 and above.
His arms are shorter than Will Campbell's, who we are pretty sure need to be a guard.
Yeah, like no, I'm pretty sure because I asked JP about this. I don't think we've ever seen a 32-inch arm tackle that was good.
No.
Yeah, so like Fano's probably a guard, 100% a guard, maybe even a center. 32 is pretty short for a center for a guard.
All right. We got two more. This is
like Brian Parker had to move to center from tackle, and he had 33-inch arms.
like what are we talking about?
Yeah,
anybody saying Fano needs to be who the Browns pick at 6? Like I just don't think they're being serious.
Yeah, we can get to the comment.
All right, this is from Snorlaxive again. The split screen reminds me of OG American Idol. Simon left, Paula middle, Randy left. Cole says that's a no for me, dog.
That's a no for me.
Damn, you Paula?
Damn.
Like Curtis.
Yeah, man.
I thought that was great. Wait, I'm a hater? Like, is that what you said?
Yeah, that's definitely what he said.
Wow. That's fucked up. And very anti-Asian of you.
You said anti.
Yeah, stop it. Stop the hate.
All right, this is from Ray Rags. Last one. I think they needed a better big man in the 08 and 09-10. They were second in the NBA in three-point percentage both years. If they got Sun Shaq, they would have beat Boston.
I'm telling you, man, they need a big.
Oh, Larry Marketing. What about Larry Marketing? Would Larry Marketing been enough?
I forgot Laurie was on.
Yeah. Okay. How about that? I think that's the answer.
I still don't know.
Larry Marketing. Well, do you think Larry's better than Evan?
No.
What about Jared? He's better than Jared, right?
Better at what?
Just a better player.
Better player over. Oh, I don't know.
Who would you give more money in free agent?
Well, I mean, Laurie can shoot, so like, I mean, I guess he would automatically.
Tall. I think he's probably going to make more sense there. I think Larry Marketing is my answer there. I'll lock it in. I'll give up the Sam Merrill thing, but like Larry Marketing, if you add Larry Marketing to those Cavs teams, they probably pull past because then he's not as bad as a defender as he was, and he can shoot.
They would beat the Lakers. They wouldn't be.
No, I don't know. Did they beat the Lakers? Like Andrew Bynum, Meta World Peace.
Powell
to beat.
Was destroying. Powell was destroying Laurie. like destroying Laurie.
Like that's going to be a problem. But I do think you get out the East, at least that one series before Orlando. Boston might be the second time around you beat Boston. You might lose that first time around though.
I don't know if they get past Orlando. Dwight was a monster in that series.
Yeah, but it still went to 6 with that roster. If you add a all-star starter, like I think that pushes it over the top.
Was Laurie an all-star? Oh yeah, he was. He was an all-star
in the West.
Yeah. That year the game was in Utah. Yeah.
I mean, it was still had a really good season. Like
he had a good season, but they gassed it a lot.
They gassed it for sure. But you add another all-star to the Cavs at that point, that would be enough.
Yeah, I think if you, my answer is still Evan. I'm still locking that in.
Evan, I feel like Evan's just too good to be the answer for that.
Nah,
the defensive player of the year, like somebody
they kind of needed that
to be able to carry the team. I just think that's too good of a player to throw in there for what the question prompt was.
I'd feel bad for him though because I
certainly do think if Evan was on that team, they win for sure, and maybe they have a better chance for the Lakers. But I think Andrew Bynum, ooh, boy.
But bro, Dwight, like you have to go through Dwight and Bynum and Powell, and then those like it would be rough. It would be very rough.
No, but like the type of center Andrew Bynum is, and the type of thing that like specifically he struggles with, is like. I don't know.
Bynum being like 270.
Yeah, like Bynum gonna back him down. Like I think he could maybe get a couple blocks off on Dwight, right? Like Dwight gonna get him for sure. He'll get a couple blocks off on Dwight, and then Evan can shoot, right? Better than Dwight at least.
Man, so, I do wonder like how that would go with Dwight.
It's possible that you could take Dwight away from the basket with Evan. Andrew Bynum, he ain't leaving the basket. He's waiting for Evan to come down.
Oh, the Lakers are for sure making Evan shoot every time.
Yeah,
before, like,
on that triangle.
We gonna make you shoot.
Yeah, we're gonna see if Evan can hold up shooting the ball.
Yeah, take all the threes you want.
That's to the Lowry theory, where it's like if you make Lowry shoot, like that can't hurt you. He can shoot you out of that.
Yeah,
more than Evan has proven to so far. Eventually, I think Evan will be that. But
there's a thunderstorm happening. Okay,
like just Cleveland.
Yeah. It's about to happen.
I didn't know if that was a euphemism.
No, there's a severe thunderstorm that is about to go down.
All right. Well, that sounds like, we got any more supers?
We got one more. It was just from George. He says, Fano's arms came in at 32.78. I can't read measurements that well.
Yeah, 32.78 at the pro day, but I don't.
I don't trust that, dog. Like,
I don't trust that at all.
When his arms grew a whole half inch. Like
they just happened to grow more than a half inch.
It's like when Jalen Milroe grew them hands. It's like, guys,
I'm like, what are we doing?
Like, whatever game here is temporary and pretty cosmetic. Like, and look, they did all that funny shit on his arms, and they still couldn't get that boy to 33. That's a problem. Like, they out here putting the funny money in your arm, and you still out here under 33. Yeah, they know it's a problem. We know it's a problem, and they tried to solve it. They still couldn't fix it. That's like if you had height concerns about a player, and they put in lifts, and they're still under 6 foot.
Like, come on, bro. There's no way. No way.
Yeah.
No chance.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's cap.
And then you're going to be practicing against Myles Garrett every day and you got short arms. That's not going to be fun. But he will be like guard center for Fano. We got any shout outs we're going to do?
Problem at guard. Always watches. Shout out Steel So Gang. Custodians.
Shout out.
Shout out who works in the medical profession.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to gamers. Shout out to
Shout
anime
out
gang.
our anime community.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Curtis,
DNAs,
who you
SDNAs.
Hey, what'd you say?
Curtis, who you shouting out?
Shout out grocery store workers, man. Yeah, y'all do
Grocery
the
store
damn thing.
workers.
Yes.
Well, when somebody did good tasks for you in the grocery store.
No, just shout them out. They work hard. They go through a lot of stuff. So, gotta shout them out.
Hey man, movie theater too, by the way. Shout out to y'all. Everybody who worked in the movie theater.
shout out to delivery drivers for everybody except for FedEx. I'm sorry, I got a couple of homies that work for FedEx, but FedEx is consistently terrible.
I took a shot at FedEx, dog. What's going on?
Bro, FedEx is bad, bro. Like, look, you go out, you ask, hey, which delivery service if you had the most problem with? It's gonna be FedEx number one. People be fed up, man. You know how common it is to have a problem with FedEx. I was complaining about FedEx to my apartment people, and then somebody heard me complain about FedEx. You had a problem with FedEx too? Yeah. That's where it's at. You can go on the street right now and be like, man, fuck FedEx. But like, yeah, bro, they be fucking with my shit too. Like, every time I get that Amazon notification that FedEx will be taking over this delivery, I get pissed off. I'm like, oh shit, it's gonna be late. Not gonna get delivered till like 8 o'clock. And they just gonna leave that shit somewhere they ain't supposed to leave it. They just be doing whatever the fuck, man. But shout out to UPS drivers, most people who work at the logistics centers at FedEx, select FedEx drivers, and shout out to anybody else who be out there delivering packages, delivering anything, especially if you out there doing food delivery and people ride share. With the gas prices getting over $4. Is it over $4 in Cleveland yet?
For yet.
It's getting there.
In there? Yeah. I've been seeing a couple over $4 over here, you know what I mean? In the suburbs, it was over $4. I'm like, hey, it's getting bad.
They say shout out to the free. Like, I seen the thunder and the lightning. I was like, and I guess I got even gonna lie, it's crazy.
All right, Curtis, you got any more shout outs?
No, that was it.
You don't want to shout out nobody else?
No.
You don't want to shout out John Rivers?
All right, we can end the show there. We can end it now. We don't have to do that.
You don't want to give a shout to John?
No.
Come on, stop the violence. Shout out John Rivers right now.
Stop.
No, I'm cool. I'm good.
Yeah. Come on, do it for the kids, Curtis.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm good. I'm all right.
Oh, no, Colb, that's another part of the Pathfinders assemblies, is that they will bring out sometimes on occasion two rival gangs to patch it up, to show the kids that peace is possible and that we can stop black on black crime and we all do it together. Oh, I fucking hated that shit. Oh my goodness. Y'all have a great day. Oh yeah, y'all want to talk about Shador wearing number 2? Deuce is back.
I don't care.
Are you gonna get a new Shador jersey?
You to assume that I got the first one.
Curtis, you gonna get a new one?
I'm good. I'm cool.
I want to see who's gonna get the new one. I just want to know who's gonna go from 12 to 2. Y'all doing that in chat? Yeah, they said it's $4.
Oh, $4 in Florida?
Yeah, man. Yosh on that. Yosh will get his number 2 jersey. Okay, you know what I mean? Okay, Curtis, get a number 2 jersey or say sorry to John Rivers. Which one you doing?
Dang, guess I'm putting my wrist up then.
You gonna get that number 2?
Yep, guess I'm putting my wrist up then.
That's real hate, man. That's real hate.
Damn, man.
Yeah, for real.
What would get you to give up the beef with John Rivers?
He has to renounce his Cleveland sports membership. That's the only way the city can heal. That's the only way.
That's the turn.
Yes, that's the only way.
You got to get John Rivers to close the straight.
All right, y'all. Hey, all right, y'all.
All right.
Yeah. We out the mud. Y'all have a good day, even better night.
Peace.